In this video, we're going to look at how to replace the sky in Photoshop. So I have this picture here of the old entrance to Mountjoy Prison. And while the sky in this picture isn't a bad sky, we could maybe make it a little bit more interesting with a different sky. So what we have to do first of all is select the sky that we have. And to do that, we're going to use the Quick Selection tool. The Quick Selection tool is very, very easy to use. I've kept the brush quite small, but I'm just going to come into the top corner of the picture here, and what it'll do is it'll kind of follow me along, but it'll select things of a similar tone and color to where my brush is. So like that now, it has very quickly selected the whole sky. But we do have to be careful because we need to check, has it selected everything? And if we make this picture bigger so that we can see it better, I'll go up to 100% and go and look at the things that it hasn't selected. So it hasn't selected this, which is a light or something, but as it happens, we don't need that in the picture, so that's fine. You can see it hasn't selected, or it has selected, should I say, the chimney. So the chimney has now been taken in as part of the sky, so we'll have to get that back. And it's also taken that seagull, but we'll leave that there. And then you can see that along the roof here, it hasn't done a very good job along the roof. And the reason for that is because this roof is such a similar, this line of tiles along the top of the roof is such a similar color to the sky that it actually thinks that the tiles is where it should be selecting to. So it's got it a little bit wrong there. But where the colours are quite straightforward, it seems to have done a pretty good job. All around there, all around the guttering, and all up the other side here. So the bit that we have to look out for is this chimney. So what we need to do is we're still sticking with the Quick Selection tool, and we go up here and make sure that the brush here is on a minus. So there it's on minus. And all we do is now go into the piece that isn't selected, which is the building, and show the computer the bits, or show Photoshop the bits that we don't want to select. So we just come up to the edge of it here and we push it out like so. So if we just go up to the chimney, now it looks like, you're not doing a very good job because I've still got my brush clicked here and you can see it's kind of up over the edges. But when I let go, it'll correct itself and does a pretty good job of coming back in around the edges. And the top of that chimney, we could just take it up a little bit more maybe just to see, can we get it? There we are, we got it, okay? So similarly now we go along to the roof. Now the idea here is not to try too hard on you selecting the edge. All you want to do really is go along underneath that line and just push it out. So that's all we're doing, we're just pushing it out. And every time I stop then it'll kind of reselect itself, it'll readjust itself and try and find the line. Now it mightn't get it exactly right, but it's close enough for the purposes for what we're doing here. Now that's a strange one there. Yeah, see it went up but it's come back down again. That's because where I held the brush. And I'm just going to run along. Like I said, I'm not having to be too careful. I don't want to go over the edge if I can help it. But even if I do go slightly over the edge, as I did just there, it comes back down again and clicks on. So I think we're almost there. There's just another piece here. And that's it. So now we've made a selection. The selection is in the sky, okay? So now we need to go and find the sky that we're going to replace this one with. So I go to File and Open. And the sky I'm going to use is this picture here called Turlough Sky. So we're going to put a Mayo sky over the Mountjoy Prison. And obviously we don't need the tree and everything, so we're going to make a selection. So I'm going to select down to the tops of the trees. Okay, we're only replacing a small bit inside in the other picture, so that'll do fine. And then we go, now that we've made a selection, we can go Edit and Copy. And then we go back to our Mountjoy picture. Push the picture so that it is fitting on screen. and we will go Edit, Paste Special. And then with Paste Special, we're saying paste into, which means paste into the selection we've made. And there's the new sky. Now you can see that the new sky is not quite big enough. So if we just go to the Move tool, we can now catch the ends of that sky and stretch it. Oh, stretch it, we need to actually catch one of these bars to stretch it. We'll stretch it out a bit. And we can move it around like so. So if we want to put that cloud, we'll put that cloud up there in that corner and we'll stretch the sky out again. Now, ideally you want the sky to be a similar size, okay, in your photograph. You don't want to be stretching it too much or it'll become too obvious what you've done. But there we have it. We've actually very simply replaced the sky. So now we will just go Layer, Flatten Image. I can't because I haven't ticked the box on the Move tool. So tick the box on the Move tool to say you're happy with the move. And then you would go Layer, Flatten Image, and you have replaced the sky.